Hey, so if you're looking to go full time on social media this year and essentially get paid to make social media content, I'm going to give you a bit of a different perspective as to how you can think about monetizing social media, a little different than what is taught and what's popular. And I'm not saying this is better or worse than maybe some of the other things that you've seen before or the research you've done. But what I'm going to propose to you is something that's built a multi-million-dollar business through social media specifically. Now, this is going to be for you if you can actually help somebody achieve an outcome. All right. So this isn't going to be about posting content and going viral and like trying to get brand deals and trying to get paid from views and sponsorships. It's a little different than that. And that's fine. But this is something that's built a $300,000 a month business for my former partner and I. It's something that my other partner that I'm working with right now, he used to do $1 million in a few months of launching his business. And I'm not saying that you're going to hit those same exact numbers, but this is something that you can use to make $10,000, $20,000 a month in 2025 if you take this seriously. And the first thing that you need to be able to do is have some type of skill or solution you can offer in the marketplace. And what I mean by that specifically is that you can help somebody solve a problem or reach a promise. Now, I'm being a little bit methodical right now, but I'm going to get into the practical stuff here in a minute. But you need to understand this core principle for this to even work. Now, business at every single level is you have a product and you have a market that has a problem that product solves. Now, a lot of people poo-poo on online businesses because, oh, you're a scam or you're this or that. If you have a product or skill or service that can solve somebody's problem, who's to say that you're any better or worse than Walmart or Subway or a gas station or a therapist? Like, people have problems and they have desires, and if you can be the bridge to help them from where they want to go, you can ethically and in full integrity make a lot of money online. And so, for example, what I do that's helped me make hundreds of thousands of dollars is help people with the back end of their business. A lot of people can make content. There's so many people that can go viral, especially with apps like TikTok now. Like, you could just post a lot and be somewhat controversial and say some stuff. Checking on my dog. And go viral. But the problem is making money from that attention. And so that's a problem that I solve. So I can go to somebody who has a few thousand followers or 10 or 100,000, doesn't matter how many followers, and say, hey, dude, I know you got all these followers and you've got this interesting thing about yourself. What if we put an offer together and put a back-end system together to provide those people that value, to get them out of this pain and into this pleasure? And like, let's get paid to do that fully, ethically, and full integrity. Like, people are happy to pay to solve their problems. The only reason you don't do this or you wouldn't do this is because you're missing one of these 5 things. And I call them the 5 freedoms. Either your identity isn't going to let you, so you've got a mindset that tells you, oh, hey, you can't do this, like you don't have the skills to do that, or like nobody's going to pay for that, or oh, that's just a scam, or whatever. It's the way you view yourself. It's your identity. So we got to fix that. Number 2 is you don't have the right model or strategy to actually do it. So you need to figure out how you're going to position yourself and what you're going to offer. And is it a low ticket product? Is it a high ticket coaching product? Is it a digital course? Like, is it a service? Is it done for your agency? What is the model you're going to follow that aligns with the identity you want to step into? So I skipped that part. We have your current identity and we have the identity of you that is already where you want to go. It's the way you view yourself. It's the way that version of you in the future views themselves. And so we need to step into that identity and think, what are the characteristics? What are the beliefs? What are the habits? What are the thoughts that person has? And we need to start embodying that now. And then once we can step into that and start trying to live as that here in the moment, we'll then uncover a model that we can apply to our life and to our business that will allow us to live as that identity. So we're going to build your business around your new identity, which is going to serve your whole life. And so we need to have the right model or the right strategy to implement. Okay. I teach what I call the freedom model, which I've got more videos on this channel here that you can kind of go into. But we need the right model. From there, once you have the identity and the model, you got to start taking action. But the type of action you're going to be able to take once those two are solved is aligned action. It feels authentic, right? It's exciting and it's inspired. Like this video right here, right now, I'm like, I just had this inspiration, this thought, and I just clicked record and I just started talking about what I was thinking about because I felt aligned and inspired to share this message with you. And so once you have that identity, for me, my identity is I help people take their vision and build a system to bring it to life. That is the identity that I have. And so from there, you can apply the right model to get results in a scaled and leveraged way from that, and you start taking action. And once you start doing that, okay, and you take action based on the model, which is going to show you what your product is, how much you should post, those types of things. You then start taking action, and then from there, number 4 are your skills. You find out what you're good at that you can double down on and what you need to improve or outsource to have someone fulfill for you, right? And so for me, my skills are building out the offers, the model, helping people step into that identity so that they can take inspired action. It's essentially installing this into your life and business, these 5 freedoms. And then from there, it's communicating it and inspiring people to step into their power. And so the skills that you have and the skills that you need to develop. One of the skills I need to develop is consistently making more content. I need to share this message with more people. And the more videos I make, the more content I produce, the better and more clear I get at spreading and expressing that message, okay? So that's gonna be the 4th is your skills. And then lastly, our systems. We need to have systems on the back end that will automate and also eliminate. There's things you probably shouldn't be doing that we don't even need to systemize. So first we get rid of the things we don't need. But then from there, we need to have a system in place. Every time you onboard a client, you should have a system. They make a payment, they sign the agreement, it creates their file for you. You have a whole checklist for them. They get into the back end portal, they get into the group chat, whatever the case may be. Things that are repetitive that happen over and over and over again. Somebody comes into my school group, which by the way, I have ton of free stuff in there. If you want to kind of go deeper on this stuff and have more free trainings, go to the top of my page. They come to my school group. I have systems in place to make sure they're able to get the things they need to give them value. And then from there to have a conversation to see if it makes sense for us to work together or point them in a better direction. So I have systems in place for all of that, okay? So again, for you, if you want to make money this year online through social media, make it your full-time thing, those 5 freedoms I just took you through, you need to audit your current state of those against the desired state you have. Your identity, the model or strategy you're using, taking action consistently in an aligned, authentic, and inspired way, the skills you have and the skills you need to develop, and then the systems in your life and business. Where are those right now? Where do you want them to be? And start taking steps to bridge that gap, okay? Because from there, once you have that all put together, all business is you have an offer, you need to get traffic to that offer, and then you need a way to sell and deliver that offer. That's it. Traffic, offer, conversion, delivery. That is it. That is all of online business. And so you can set this up in a way where once you have those 5 freedoms in place and the foundation down, it's literally about making content, having conversations, and closing your clients. Whether that's your digital product, if it's a sales call, or if it's a service, you're helping them bridge the gap of where they are to where they want to go through your product or service. You're helping somebody invest in themselves through you, okay? So if you want help with any of this, feel free to hit me up. I've got different things that I can offer to help you for free, for super expensive, somewhere in between. That's going to help bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to go. Again, go to the top of my page, come to the group. If you want free content, free trainings, got a bunch of stuff on what took us from 0 to 300 grand a month in a couple of years, all the way up to 600,000 was the biggest month. I went from 0 to 30,000 in 3 days. I'll make another video on that. When I launched an offer a couple years ago, no audience, no authority, just an idea, an offer, and borrowed someone's audience, and 30,000 in 3 days. So if you want help with any of that, hit me up, join my group, and let's make 2025 the best year of your life. See you soon.